otherwise.
Oh, can I give my Last of Us review? Can I do that?
Go nuts.
All right, so here's what it is. All right, so we've mentioned it before. Last of Us is like the biggest show on TV right now. Obviously, a lot of you know it's like adapted from the video game. A while back, I think like episode 3. In fact, it was episode 3. Everybody calls it the gay episode. Episode 3. The Critical Drinker gave like his like synopsis on like what he feels about the show, what he likes, what he doesn't like, blah blah blah, this and that. And something that like really stuck with me is that I feel like they're prepping it for the second game, and this is what kills me. The first game, if you ever played it, it's like this beautiful story. It's like this really hard man that's really lost his will to live, and then he meets this little girl, and she becomes like his daughter, that who he lost in like in the beginning of the thing.
Billy likes hard men.
Exactly. If you didn't see in the opening montage. Okay, so there it is. What comes down to though is that he meets this kid that's really vulnerable. She only trusts him. They have this father and daughter dynamic, and that's like the whole point. Oh my god. Oh my god. This fucking girl is running the show. They made Joel completely and utterly weak. You should see him. There was this point where if you're following along with the episode, like when the dog comes out to see if they're infected or not, Joel's sitting there. This motherfucker was an action can do type of dude. So far, which happened in the first one too, but like she had to save for something. But anyway, he's just so goddamn weak, and it's just so uncomfortable.
Now it's not enough that a woman has to be like the hero and the badass. Now it's a child woman.
Dude, yeah, and she's
now little kids are more badass than full grown men.
She's leading them.
I don't care what gender she is, by the way. Little children are now more badass than actual full grown adult men.
Dude, he's standing there. The dog comes out, and he's looking over. He's going, and he's standing there, no action, no nothing. Didn't say anything. Didn't try to talk anything. Nothing. And it's just such a far cry from what it actually is. Dude, this is what killed me more than anything. This is like when I almost like I had to tap out, but I can't because now I'm invested because I'm watching every goddamn episode, but I was kind of like in it. So the girl's sitting there eating, and she's like talking shit to like the people who gave her the food. I don't want to spoil anything, but she's like talking shit. You know, she's like burping and cussing at the table, and then Joel looks over, he's like, Ellie, by the way, it's a fucking zombie apocalypse. Like, there is no manners. And he looks over and says, Ellie, let's mind our manners. Like, it's some fucking 14th century, like, Southern belle. Like, I do declare I'm sorry for the way I behaved. It's so stupid. But she's sitting there and she's eating. She's like, shut the fuck up, Joel. She's like eating. So she looks over and there's this, by the way, everybody's a hard ass at this point, right? Because it's like they're being chased by zombies all day, right? Yeah. She looks over, right? And she sees this like Native American woman like poking behind like one of the banners, right? And she's like looking at her, right? And she goes, the fuck you looking at? And the woman goes, and the woman's like 25 years old, been in the shit way longer than this kid. She goes, and runs away. And I'm like, oh my God, like she's so unlikable. And it's like, dude, honestly, and it's for nothing.
Completely and utterly unfucking realistic.
It's so unrealistic. It's this little kid, dude. Why is she running the show?
Dude, I will soccer ball kick her out of the fucking show. Like, you know what I mean? Like, there's nothing you can do. Forget about zombies. She couldn't beat me, let alone zombie. What are you going to do? What are you going to do?
Well, Joel...
Throw you into the sun.
Joel was like special forces.
Pounds.
Yeah. Joel was special forces. Why is she doing anything? Why isn't she listening to him? Why is she running the show at all? And I figured it out. This dude figured it out. It's literally so this is just a means to an end, which it should be anyway, but they're setting it up so you don't like Joel.
It's just propaganda.
Yes.
It's propaganda.
At its best. And every single episode with Joel in it, it's just some hypothetical golf club swing getting rid of him. They're making him less and less likable because they know what happens in the next one, and they want to prop Ellie up as the hero, can-do-all badass that you're gonna have to deal with because she doesn't take no prisoners, and she's hard, and she's stronger than you, and that's it. She is a fucking 13-year-old girl, man. What is this? It is so stupid, man. And it just bugs me.
I'm sorry I keep fucking with this.
No, can I be real? I'm fucking with it.
Are you too?
I'm literally fucking with it.
It's a weird one, man. But no, it's so divorced from reality. You just can't even fucking pretend. You can't even have the suspension of disbelief in that scenario.
Dude.
It's ridiculous. I just talked about how if I was standing in front of Mike Tyson, I'm a full grown man. I weigh about 165 pounds. I'm in shape. I've trained before, and I would be a child to that man. She would be less of a threat to me than I am to Mike Tyson.
Yeah.
Let's put it that way.
At least you could throw something. You know what I mean?
I could at least show resistance. Like I could literally do the hand on the head hold on her.
Yeah.
And there's nothing she could do.
And couldn't you just, everybody loved Joel. It was like a real catastrophe when he died in the second one. Everybody, you know, there's a big uprising of people that didn't appreciate you killing such a main character. Couldn't you just give him this season?
I'm telling you,
whatever
man.
you wanted to do with the following season, but you had to make him some weak bitch.
I don't really
now.
watch new shit anymore. I watch old stuff that I love. That's where I'm at. I'm relegated to just a certain year back. Like me and Jenny were watching Can't Buy Me Love with Patrick Dempsey in the 80s.
Love that
great movie. Dude, I'm watching this movie and I'm smiling ear to ear and I was just having a great time. And about halfway through the movie, I just realized I'm like, I'm in such a good mood. I'm genuinely entertained because I realized that there's no agenda in it. It's just a movie.
It's just a movie for entertainment purpose.
It had purity in it. It was just a pure,
a nice
entertaining
love story.
movie, man.
A nice love story.
And my
that you
eyes
love these
understood
kids.
it. Everything made sense. Like the families made sense together. Now, dude, I don't really watch a lot of TV. I was watching TV at her house and like commercials came out. I haven't seen a lot of commercials really anymore, like for years, because I have a lot of streaming services and all that crap. I didn't see a single commercial where it wasn't like an Asian guy with a black woman with like a oddly blended kid that they couldn't even produce. Like there's no way that those two people could even make that kid. Like nothing makes sense. Everything like this weird fucked up amalgam of like these different people that would never ever. Do you see that ever when you're walking around? Do you know how rare that is to see that?
Dude, I see black families, I see white families, and sometimes very rarely I see
it was like there was one that was like a white guy with a fucking like a Chinese woman and the kid was like Hawaiian. It's like impossible. It was impossible to create this family. That family doesn't exist.
Yeah.
Well, and kind of adopted her. Dude, stop already. That's what I'm saying. When I watch stuff nowadays, I'm like, my eyes don't recognize. It's so divorced from reality that I can't process it. It doesn't make sense to me.
I would see those people and I go, where's this kid's parents? Did you two kidnap this kid? You know what I mean?
Yeah, if you saw them walking in a store, like, let's not act like we see this day to day. No one thinks that it's wrong, by the way. It just doesn't match.
Yeah.
It's not a matter of right and wrong. Like, they can try to make it about that all they want. It has nothing to do with that. It's just, when I watched Can't Buy Me Love, I was like, yeah, that's exactly what I would expect.
Can I do a scene from that? Can I do a scene from that movie?
Yeah.
And you've been hanging on to me like a cheap fucking suit.
Dude, it was great.
Isn't that wonderful?
Man. Oh, I fucking love that movie.
Yeah, he was too cool.
Seth Green, little kid Seth Green, and he was smarmy and great. He was great.
Brother, he's a time traveler.
Yeah.
Seth Green's a time traveler.
Love him.
All right. Have you seen his range of movies and he's a time traveler? Okay, that movie came out. It came out like a year or two after that, okay? He was like 17 in it.
There's no way.
Dude, I don't know how.
No way. You got to show me a timeline of this shit.
Dude, I don't know.
Interesting.
Like, he's a little boy and Can't Buy Me Love.
With the cord too?
Dude, I'm literally like this.
You made it work.
Yeah, now he's literally a time traveler. He's this little tiny kid and Can't Buy Me Love, and then it came out like a year later, and he's a teenager. It doesn't make any sense, dude. Remember him?
I want to look into that.
Remember him?
I don't. It's been so long.
He was
Beep
Richie. Beep Beep Richie.
I got to look into that.